Hey guys, this is the Trading for Dummies series brought to you by Mastermind Trading. Introduction. In the previous video, we looked at indicators as well as some of the top base indicators that traders use in order to make informed and better trading decisions. Now in this video, we want to look at trend-based indicators as well as how traders can use some of these indicators in order to identify the direction and the strength of a trend in order to make better informed trading decisions. So basically, trend-based indicators are indicators that are used to identify the direction and strength of a trend. So in a bullish market, a trend-based indicator is supposed to show the direction and the strength of the uptrend, and while in a bearish market, a trend indicator is supposed to show the direction and the strength of the downtrend. Before we move any further, I would like to say that I am strictly a price action trader. I don't trade indicators, and my word on this should not be taken as professional advice or financial advice. I am not an indicator-based trader, and this video is strictly for educational purposes. I have highlighted 5 trend-based indicators that I will quickly brush out in this video. First here is the moving average, and the moving average is one of the most commonly used trend-based indicators among traders. And what the moving average does basically is it smoothing or averages the price of a trend or the price of a market over a given period of time. So the 50-day moving average is going to be looking at the average distribution of price over a 50 days window, while a 200-day moving average is going to be looking at the average distribution of price over the 200-day window. Now, there are different ways that traders use these moving averages. I think one of the most common that are found among traders are the crossovers, where you have a smaller time period moving average crossing over a bigger time period moving average. Next is the moving average convergence divergence, or MACD, and this is a momentum based indicator, and it is used to show the strength and direction of a trend. Now, there are 3 basic ways that traders use this indicator, but for the purpose of this video, I'll focus on how traders use this indicator to spot divergence in the market. And this is basically when price is making, let's say, a new high and the MACD indicator is making a new low. Usually it will signal that the bullish trend is a weak trend, while when reverse is the case, that price is making a new low and the MACD indicator is signaling a new high. This might mean that the bearish trend is a weak one and price might begin to reverse into an uptrend. The relative strength index, on the other hand, is an indicator that is used to identify overbought and oversold areas in the price chart. These are used to identify areas where buyers are saturated and prices might begin to start to discover new lows, as well as levels in the price chart where sellers are exhausted and prices may begin to start to discover new high. A reading above 70 in the RSI, in the relative strength index indicator, usually suggests overbought in price, while a reading below 30 usually suggests oversold in price. The ADX is a trend-based indicator that basically looks at the strength of a trend. Its responsibility is work, basically is to gauge and examine the strength of a trend. Now, a reading below 25 on the ADX would usually suggest that the trend is weak or market is in a ranging condition, while a reading above 25 on the ADX indicator would usually indicate that the trend is beginning to gain strength and momentum. The Parabolic SAR indicator is quite a straightforward indicator that is used to identify the trend reversals, basically. Now, when the dotted line and the parabolic SAR indicator is below the price on the chart, then it usually identifies that market is in an uptrend. Meanwhile, when the dotted lines are above the price on the chart, it usually identifies that price is in a downtrend. Meanwhile, when the dotted lines cross over from one side onto another, it will usually indicate a reversal of trend in the market. So guys, these are the 5 top trend-based indicators that I have highlighted for the purpose of this video. I remain Monaco Daniel, the mastermind trader from the world's most populous Black nation.